Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Texas Songwriters Alliance Audio Impact on Lone Star Community Radio. I am your host, Alex Lozano, and before we get started with our special music guest, Marshall Falcon, we have our shows that we recommend. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of, and then we'll get back with Marshall Falcon. You guys are in for a treat. So this tonight, Matt Harlan, who is an award-winning songwriter, each week he has his songwriter showcase, and he has special guests from Canada, Gordy Tentrees, and also Jason Haldane at Anderson Fair, a very, very popular place here in Houston. That show is tonight at 8 o'clock. And then, I'm real excited about this show, our artist, Marshall Falcon, is playing Friday night. He's the headliner, be performing at 1810 Ojiman with Las Swamp Monsters. I think the show starts at 8, and that's in the world-famous Spring Branch. So you guys are in for a treat. Marshall's going to kick some butt at that show Friday night. I want to tell you about a new singer-songwriter I'm just started working with named Ryan Pinnock. I've known him for a while, and he's out of New Caney, Texas. He's a singer-songwriter. He's got 3 shows coming up, 3Bs on the Green in Porter, Texas at 6 p.m., and then Saturday Across the Tracks in Livingston, Texas at 10. That's a $10 cover charge. And then Sunday, I love the name of this place, Bullet Grill House in Point Blank, Texas. I think there was a band called Point Blank. They had a song called Nicole. This Friday, my good friend, and next week's special guest, Joe Kane, lead singer of the kick-ass rock metal band Mystic Cross, is going to be our special guest, and he is actually playing this Friday at Swanee's. That show probably going about 9 o'clock. And then Sunday, I want to wish his girl Shane Barr a very happy birthday. She's celebrating her 50th birthday party. She's going to be at a place called Marina Grill in Galveston, Texas for her 50th birthday. We love you, Shane. Thank you for all that you do for Joe. And Joe is on the mend from some operations that he had. We love you, Joe. We can't wait to have you on the show next week. And then I want to do a big shout out for my new friend Jessica McCuster over at Community Fieldhouse. They're the largest music venue in Montgomery County, size of 2 football fields, just a bunch of great music. We're going to be doing some festivals and stuff over there. I just had their Kahlua tacos, and they were amazing. Also got a chance to meet the owner, Shane Sullivan. You have an amazing place, sir. I can't wait to work with you, myself and Lone Star Community Radio. And last but not least, for local shows, this Saturday at Paul Shadle's 12th Street Bar in Huntsville is my good friends, and they were the first artists to ever be on my program. 5:15, my good friend, Randy Bailey and the guys, they're playing with Scorn, Cobra Strike, and the Gores. Again, Paul Shadle's 12th Street Bar in Huntsville, Texas. And then Sunday, the band, you might have heard of them, called Korn at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. So here we are with Marshall Falcon, sir. This man has just got here just about less than an hour ago, drove straight from Corpus Christi, Texas. You are a badass, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's a short commute now compared to what I've been up against. I guess I did the math. I'm probably closing in on about 30,000 miles now on this tour. So
can you say road warrior?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's good to be back in Houston. I grew up here. I was here until so about the early 2000s before I moved out
I can't wait
west.
to talk about that. We got some stuff to talk about.
All right.
He's a local boy, guys, from Houston, Texas. So.
Yeah. But I've been in Eugene, Oregon now for the last going on 15 years now. And so
lots of fresh air.
Yeah, beautiful mountains and trees and lakes and trails and all that.
You want to get up?
Yeah. But it's getting cold now, so I say that I'm not a winter Texan, but I'm a Texan who comes here in the winter. Let's just say that.
Right. This is as close as you're going to get to the equators coming to Houston.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us about this first song and.
Well, this is on the first album. Go West, Young Man is the name of the album. This album, pretty much was me deciding to get back out on the road and start writing again. I'd been in a recording studio as an audio engineer and producer for the last 14 years or so, and I finally got the itch to get back out on the road. And
not your first rodeo. That's for
not
sure.
my first rodeo. This one's called Jingle Jangle. It's about love. Let's just say that. I remember when the inspiration struck, and I remember your face. An Oregon waterfall witnessed it all. My soul lost all its way. Every single moment you say you won't ever be disturbed. Well, I stand by you till the very end, ready to earn my spurs. A jingle jangle, I jingle jangle, I jingle jangle for you. I jingle jangle, Lord, I jingle jangle, I jingle jangle for you. We run up the hill and we see the world. The sights are better from up here. The coldest nights I will survive as long as I have your warmth there. Oh, well, it's your foundation and my temptation that brought salvation this way. And it can't get clearer to the person in the mirror, ready for the rest of my days. A jingle jangle, I jingle jangle, I jingle jangle for you. I jingle jangle, Lord, I jingle jangle, I jingle jangle for you. There are moments in the dead of the night when caution gets thrown to the wind. Chemical enhancements, a little lack of sleep, and scars of life are written on our skin. We're brave to face tomorrow, we're brave to face ourselves, brave to go and taunt the rules. But every time I turn to see your face next to mine, it's better than the jingle of jewels. Jingle jangle, I jingle jangle, I jingle jangle for you. I jingle jangle, Lord, I jingle jangle, I jingle
what a catchy song, man. I wanted to sing a backup vocals. I was just, it's like really, really good song, man. Like I said, my girl said, this music is fun. And I'm like,
Thanks, man. Yeah.
it really is, man. Man, I can't wait to get into your body of work, man, on this interview. Tell us about this next song, Marshall.
You know what? This song is unreleased. It's there's a video on it. This one's called Das Americano.
Something new?
Something new. It's basically a song about a lot of folks who don't necessarily fit into one place or the other. So they don't feel like they got a home in either one. But somehow I've made peace with all that, and now I got two homes. So.
Right. I resemble that remark, too. So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can relate.
Not American enough to be Americano. Not Mexican enough with a green card, I wanna know. While the referees still try to signal that this is the end. But the ultimate goal is to be out here making some friends. There's not enough Texas inside you, so why hang that flag? And the Tennessee Scouts, they all call you a novelty act. Well, this is my story, so F you, I'll tell it my way. And there's not enough verses for all that I need you to say. And there's pain, oh pain. And there's pain, blues and pain. Out on this road, yeah, out on this road. Out on this road, yeah, out on this road. Why don't we do it in the road? Out on this road, out on this road, yeah, out on this road, out on this road.
Another solid song.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
I think you cross over a few styles. Wow.
Yeah, that's part of what I've been trying to accomplish since I've started this is trying to kind of step out of sort of the kind of typical stuff that might be out there. I mean, I mix a little north, a little south. There's some.
You're like a smorgasbord.
Yeah, there's some.
Toss a little of this, a little spice of that.
Yeah,
Stuff is so good, make you slap your mama.
Yeah. And then I love me a nice hook, So I like to tell people I got more hooks than a tackle box. So,
oh my gosh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. If you're ready for another song.
Yeah, number 3. Give us a little.
So
about number 3 here.
So this one is a little bit slightly different. This one is I'm gonna do a Spanish number for y'all. This one's called Colaches y Huaraches. Everybody knows what kolaches are, except when you go out west, they don't really know what kolaches are. When you get out to Oregon, I have to always school people on Frito pie and kolaches and decent brisket. That's kind of hard to find, but this is a tale about tale about love lost, but coming out the other side. Tengo colaches y guaraches, los dolores de mucha vida, no sé qué hacer. Hay amigos y enemigos encontrado en esta vida, no me rendiré. Qué tan largos son estas noches cuando decidiste irte lejos de aquí. Pero muevo esta bola y me salgo de este agujero, no volveré. Y los sueños que yo manejo, nos vamos derecho de aquí. Y la vida que llama no tiene la drama cerca de donde nací. ¡Uy! Tengo colaches y guaraches, los errores amontonables, pido perdón. Moretones y cicatrices, yo sé que te pones triste sin el cordón. Ya no lloro por tus cariños y los brazos que me sostuvieron, soy el campeón. El tequila me borró la mente, se acabó finalmente, voy por avión. Y los sueños que yo manejo, nos vamos derecho de aquí. Y la vida que llama no tiene la drama cerca de donde nací.
Wow.
I think I just woke up the folks at the Conroe City Hall, perhaps.
I think you might have. I mean, wow. My God. Phew, that's serious. And, well, you know, a lot of people still don't know that Texas used to be Mexico.
It was, absolutely, yeah, it certainly was.
There is a Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but we also have one here.
There's a Harrisburg in Oregon.
There's
too,
oh wow.
Yeah, there's a Brownsville, Oregon.
Oh my God, yeah. I didn't know it was that popular.
Dallas, Oregon. There's a Dallas.
Woo,
Oregon,
boy, that was good. That was good. You tore that one up. This is number 4. Let's hear it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So this one is The Longest Day. I actually wrote this on the solstice. Literally the longest day in Oregon, you know, like the sun doesn't go down until like 10 o'clock. There's still a lot of light out late in the summer. And, you know, I had gotten into a little bit of a squabble with the missus, and, you know, it was a tough night. I went to the studio because that was my doghouse, and, you know, I went
your
there.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. And I sat down with a guitar, and within about 30 minutes, I ended up writing a song, and we were lucky enough to have.
And she was the inspiration.
A
little bit, part of it.
Yeah, you know, just the whole situation was definitely
right.
that. But it turned into this great song. One of the things I'm most proud of is we were able to get Lloyd Maines from. He's a pedal steel player here in Texas, like real famous guy. He plays with the Chicks and Wilco, and you know,
like a who's who.
Yeah, he's been on like 5,000 like records.
Prolific slide player.
Yeah. When I like to always use this, you know, mention about him is that when the Austin City Limits Hall of Fame inducted their first people, they inducted Willie Nelson, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Lloyd Maines. Those were the 3 people that went in first. So
talk about, you know.
Yeah. And he's a guy who's on you know, ACL a lot. You see him all the time. You know, he's always
living legend is what they call him.
Yeah. He's always performing. He's part of like the ACL house band.
And he's on some of your music.
He's on this song. Yeah, we got him on this song, The Longest Day, and then T for Texas.
Maybe we can hear that a little later.
Yeah, absolutely. And he he brought something great to it. We told him we need you to record a barn burner and a tearjerker. So this one's the tearjerker, and here we go, The Longest Day.
Do we have any tissue? I'm just kidding.
Seems like the sun was just patient today. It took damn near all of the day. And the last thing I saw was the heartache that won't go away. Since I've been gone, I've been tossing, turning and praying deep in the night. But I still believe that the sun will shine brightly again. Well, I live the longest day, but I don't know when the night will end. Well, I live the longest day, but I don't know when the night will end. When it's all over and we've run the race, we'll look back at all that we've done. Both of our faults won't add up to the love that's deserved. I won't close the chapter, I'm keeping the book. We'll have to try once again to right all the wrongs so we can look back in our eyes. Well, I live the longest day, but I don't know when the night will end. Well, I lived the longest day, but I don't know when the night will end. Well, I live the longest day, but I don't know when the night will end. Well, I live the longest day, but I don't know when the night will end.
Excellent, y'all. Marshall Falcon. Those 4 songs were fantastic. Each one of them their own life. I mean, just really, really life on the road. And so we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we're going to come back with the interview portion. And we're also going to spin a few more of his songs, about, I think, 3 other songs. And we'll be right back with our special guest, Marshall Falcon.
Caca!
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Welcome back to Texas Songwriters Alliance Audio Impact on Lone Star Community Radio. I'm your host, Alex Lozano, and we are here with special music guest Marshall Falcon for the interview portion of it. And then he's got some other songs that we're going to spin. I think we've got 3 songs that we're going to spin. So, Marshall, tell us what you have coming on, and you're in H-Town. I know you just drove in all the way from Corpus Christi straight to Conroe. Nonstop.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that this is today marks 1 year that I've started this tour. Started in Oregon, and I've been to Utah and New Mexico and Texas and
thousands of miles.
And I think I had done the math, and we were closing in on like 30,000 miles.
That's what I thought. I was gonna wait for you to say it because I didn't want to.
Yeah, and Tennessee, Georgia, New Orleans.
Can you say Road Warrior?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm about to be an air warrior starting in March. We're going to we have our first show overseas. We're going to London. We got a show at the only honky tonk in London. That's what they say.
They are going to love you there.
Can't wait to get there. Have some folks trying to get us over to Ireland as well. Really, I'm going to try to concentrate more and more on doing more like overseas stuff.
Would you do me one big favor?
Absolutely.
Would you take a picture with one of the British guards at the palace and give us a shout out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
You know, what's funny is that I was looking at the schedule and then where the venue's at, and it's only about 4.5 miles from Abbey Road, so I'll have to.
You have to do a Marshall thing.
Yeah, and I got to get it right on.
I'll be posting that all over the place.
And so excited to eat some fish and chips and just have some afternoon tea.
Walk across London Bridge.
Yeah, all that stuff.
That's
definitely.
awesome.
So,
the Ferris wheel. They got the biggest Ferris wheel in the world.
I'll get on that thing. I'm not afraid of heights.
Afraid of heights.
So,
I am.
Yeah.
I almost fell in the Grand Canyon, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, man, Marshall, you got some really great stuff. Marshall, I believe you're a native Houstonian or Texan or yeah.
Well, see, I was born in Mexico actually, but I was in Houston at the age of 6 months until I was
same thing.
Until I was young enough to know better, but old enough to not care, I guess. I eventually made my way out west. I guess that would have been like 2005, and I was in San Diego for a few years.
Okay.
I was doing, I was a touring musician then too.
Right.
Just doing the, all the Hollywood spots.
I've been wanting to ask you this for a few weeks ever since we decided to do this. So you're really tied to the Houston music scene, but in a different genre of music. 20 plus years ago or longer.
Yeah.
Tell us about that and your record label.
Yeah. I started my music career in Houston as a guitar player the original guitar player for 30 Foot Fall.
Very popular band, guys.
Yeah, they've been around for a hot minute. They just put out a new record, and I'm really excited about it. Then from there, I moved on to I-45, which is, like 3-piece hip hop. Actually, it's 100% slip hop. 100%
slip hop.
Hop.
Did you play? And I thought it was one of the coolest. When I used to go see my boy there, the blues guy, the legend. I think y'all have almost played at the Blue Iguana.
Fitzgerald's.
What about Blue Iguana?
Oh yeah, we played at Blue Iguana. Plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little Joe Washington.
Yeah.
Blues legend, man. I ain't even playing Little Joe.
Yeah, I know Little Joe. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, he we've we did all kinds of stuff around Houston. Same thing with touring too. We did a lot of touring like nationwide.
Right.
We got to spots in Canada and Mexico and but we never did get overseas. But once that had run its course, and I moved out to California. I started another solo project called Avitia.
Okay.
Did 5 full-length albums and an EP
wow.
with that project, and that's where I started to kind of become sort of like a multi-instrumentalist. I learned how
Under your own label too, right?
Right, and that's Broken Note Records. Yes.
Yeah, real popular. When I was writing for Music News, it wasn't really necessarily that long ago, but I've totally been hearing that band. And do you ever remember a band? And I think you guys have played with these guys before. A very unique name always struck me, Cord, and I just enjoy saying it. REO Speed Dealer.
Oh yeah, you know what? I never did a show with them, but I did go and see them a few times over at Emo's.
I never seen them before. And then there was like Dinosaur Salad.
Dinosaur Salad, yeah.
and,
that came out on
stuff.
Broken Note. Yeah, I did a Broken Note release with
man.
those guys.
Yeah, you know all those cats, right?
Yeah. Taste of Garlic. Aftershock.
Jesus,
Charlie from Faceplant. I'm still
oh
good
my
friends with
God,
him,
Charlie Carlisle and
Carlisle.
Billy. I used to work with Faceplant and do
yeah.
shows with them. They were one of the few original bands that they could bring in a crowd. Because in Houston they care more about cover and hearing songs,
Sure.
whatever. But those guys. Charlie would go, how much you want to make a bet? Pay us a little bit more. No, I know. I'm going to pay you what I told you I'm going to pay you because I know if I challenge you, you'll bring more people and then I'll have to pay you more. And But
Right.
yeah, Faceplant. God, I got a story. I'll tell you, it's not for the radio. But anyway, tell us a little bit more about Broken Note.
Well, Broken Note was, I guess, 1994. The first release was actually that 30-Foot Fall, self-titled. It was like a 5-song EP,
And I just got my start in the music business right at the very end, 93, 94. I think you might have even done a show there. It was the biggest rock club in all of Houston, but way on the north side called Millennium.
Oh, yeah.
Rocking into the future.
Yeah, I remember Millennium. We never played there, but...
Right, because it was outside of the loop. You had to drive like to Conroe.
Yeah. No, we travel outside of the loop a bunch and play shows everywhere. But yeah, we were Fitzgerald's was kind of our home, and that was like
y'all were friends with Jake Fisher. And guitar player for Facebook.
Yeah, and there was Sarah there, Fitzgerald
Miss
running
Fitzgerald,
the place,
yep. Sarah
and Robbie Cool, who he booked there for a while.
Yeah.
So
bunch of cool people.
Yeah,
great memories.
It was really kind of a shock to go over there very recently and just see just a parking lot now, just a blank space. There's nothing there. I didn't see it get torn down or anything. I'm glad I didn't.
You would have probably cried.
I would have probably cried. Yeah. So,
a couple of questions I wanted to ask you. Something that I always ask the artists, and if you think of anything else that you think your fans and people would like to know, please let us know. It's kind of like two questions. When did you first pick up the guitar, and who was it? Mom, dad, uncle, aunt, who? Your first, and then you gave you your first instrument that kind of turned you on, or was it a combination?
I was 16 when I got my first guitar, and I had a little bit of interest in it, but I kind of fell away from it. But then I picked it back up probably around 20 or 21.
Okay.
And I learned how to play all the songs on the Sex Pistols' Nevermind the Bollocks album.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, I just learned every single song on this record. And
I want to do this.
It was kind of an aha moment from that point on. I got together with Rubio, Cisneros, and then, we put 30-Foot Fall together. And,
wow.
That's kind of how it's been. Avitia kind of forced me to become a multi-instrumentalist. So now I can play the drums and bass and... I play
sing backup,
keyboards and backup,
whatever.
and
lead.
I dabble on a little accordion. I pick on the first.
You're not one dimensional.
No. The first Marshall Falcon record, I recorded harmonicas and mandolins and basses, and I took 80% of the stuff is me working by myself.
If you ever get a chance, check out this local cat. He's actually, I got to get him on this show. But he's also a world-class harp player, and he gives lessons with it. But check this guy out and I know you've heard of this guy. There's no doubt he's phenomenal, next level artist, Hamilton Loomis.
Okay.
By the time he was 14 or whatever, he was already opening up for B.B. King, and so I mean, just next level.
Yeah.
But I've seen him a few times, and he tears it up over there at Last Concert Cafe is a groovy place, because before they changed, you could stick your feet in the sand,
Right.
and the drum circle there with Pot Roast and all those guys on. Oh my God, just really great. So, who was it? Was it your mom, your dad, or
you know what?
Or
Like
you
my-
just kind of like rolled into? Was
I
it a music family?
Yeah,
or-
no, actually, so my parents listened to a lot of, música norteña and rancheras.
right.
And, I didn't learn how to speak English until I was probably like 5 or 6 years old.
Wow.
Thank goodness for Sesame Street, or I wouldn't have learned. But,
Way to go, Big Bird.
but my parents they listened to music, but they were not musical people.
Right.
As a matter of fact, my mom.
They want you to be a doctor, a lawyer.
Well, she didn't really understand the music thing initially, but now, all these years later, she understands that it's part of who I am, and
It's part of your DNA. Music runs in your veins.
It is. I desperately tried to, sort of mask that by being an audio engineer, and keeping myself around the music that way, and still getting to sleep in my own bed at night.
Right. The itch.
Yeah. But at some point, I was
The
just
calling
like,
of the
man,
wild. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the big motivator was the building that I was renting for the studio space. The owners decided that they were going to sell the building, and I had zero interest in buying it. So I was like, as soon as they told me that they had interest in it, I started working on this new project. Marshall Falcon, the name, has been around for a long time.
I know, I've heard it before, and when I saw the way that you make it your own,
Yeah,
wow.
I actually used that name as I used to write for the Houston Herald, which was a newspaper that Fitzgerald's used to put out. I don't know if
Right,
you
I remember that
They had like
vaguely.
a little monthly paper.
Yeah,
because
because I know Will Space's magazine too.
That's right. And so I wrote an article. It was like helping out musicians, like how to book a show or how to go on
Little
tour.
advice, yeah.
Like it was like Nuts and Bolts was the name of the article, but it was I wrote it under the name Marshall Falcon, and so Marshall was
Cool.
my first dog, and Falcon was just a cool name that
Everybody, that's the coolest bird of prey.
yeah, and I couldn't be Tony Hawk because there's already one of those.
Right.
So,
Falcon.
So
yeah.
Marshall Falcon it is, and
And it's a little more. It's got a little more savoir faire. It's
yeah,
got
yeah,
a little
yeah,
more.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And one of the things when I was doing Avitia, that project when I was in Southern California, Marshall Falcon was the name of the booking agent. So nobody ever saw him, but
Right.
Marshall Falcon was. Oh, you need to talk to my booking agent, Marshall Falcon, and that's.
You wore many hats, my friend.
Yeah, and then all the stuff I engineered at the studio in Eugene, about 350 projects. They're all produced or engineered by Marshall Falcon. So.
Yeah. Wow.
So Marshall had to step into the spotlight.
That sounds awesome. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, and Marshall, we really appreciate you being here and playing your music, and we still are gonna spin a few more songs of yours.
Awesome.
And again, before we go, do you have a few people that you want to say a shout out to real quick that you love and care about?
I'm just hoping that Houston is going to turn out for the 1810 Ojimon show on Friday. Y'all come out. Los Swamp Monsters, they're here all the way from Tennessee, so it's going to be a good time. And then Saturday we're on to the Jim Wells County Fair barbecue cook-off way down south in Alice, Texas. I love Houston. It's always been home to me, and I'm excited to play for the hometown crowd again.
Well, we are very, very fortunate to have you here, and all the way from Holland, but all the way from Corpus Christi. Y'all guys be sure, Friday night at 1810 Ojiman. He's headlining there with
Los Swamp Monsters.
Los Swamp Monsters. Yeah, and how much are tickets?
$10.
Okay.
And
That's
you
a
can
good
get all
deal.
the tour dates at MarshallFalcon.com. That's Marshall with 2 L's like the amplifier, and Falcon like caca.
You guys, you heard it here on Lone Star Community Radio. I'm your host, Alex Lozano. Thank you for always tuning in. God bless, and share with your friends. Thank you.
sure don't have to start.